Hi, I'm Isabella Chow.
My name is Braden Newsom.
My name is Lauren Wald.
My name is Chase Wallace.
I'm a junior studying philosophy, politics, and law with a minor in dance and movement studies.
I'm a junior and I'm a history and political science double major in Emory College.
I'm a junior and I'm studying psychology and neuroethics.
So I'm a third year at Emory University studying political science and history, and I went to Oxford for the first 2 years, and I wish I could have gone for all 4 years.
I think that if I had not stayed the full 4 semesters at Oxford, I would have missed out on some really incredible opportunities to deepen my relationships on campus, both with my really close friends who I still interact with and hang out with every day here in Atlanta's campus, as well as the professors who helped shape my professional career interests and public interest in law as well as psychology. I also was able to form really awesome relationships with first years and assume more of a unique mentorship role as a sophomore, especially in my spring semester. I think if I had left earlier, I would have missed out on a lot of community involvement opportunities that are really unique to the Oxford community as well.
So I came into college wanting to be pre-med. I knew I was going to be a doctor, and so I did all the pre-med GERs for the first few years of my college experience. And then I made it to sophomore year, and I did not like pre-med. I was like, I don't like this anymore. This is really getting on my nerves. It feels like I'm putting in so much energy, not getting a whole lot out of it. Second semester of my sophomore year, which I wouldn't have had if I graduated early, I started working in the pre-law direction. Took a criminal justice course. It totally opened up my mind to what problems there are in the criminal justice system. Now I'm on the pre-law track doing all sorts of legal classes, constitutional classes. It's right up my alley. If I hadn't had that experience in my 4th semester at Oxford, my track would have totally been different. So I think that it was essential for me to not rush forward, to not go to the next thing, to not dig deeper into pre-med when that wasn't what was going to help me, be my best. It was necessary to have that 4th semester to really lock in pre-law.
It's a very specific moment, but my sophomore year's first semester at Emory Oxford Dance Company concert, that was the moment when I felt the love and support. My first year with the dance company, my parents came, my friends came, but it was a lot of me asking around, a lot of me asking people to be there. But this was a time when people just showed up. They showed up for me without me even having to ask, without me even having to send the flyer. They knew how much the dance company concert meant to me, and they decided to show up anyways on a Monday night at 7:30 in the middle of finals, whether it be my professors that showed up, my RLC Andrea that showed up, the pro-res staff, the SILT team that showed up. And it was very hard for me to realize that my parents would never be able to see me dance again, given that I'm from New York City, very far from Oxford. So having those adult figures sitting in the crowd, watching me dance, and coming afterwards, embracing me, giving me flowers and all, it felt very special, and it made me feel like I was a part of something bigger.
The most important mentor I had at Oxford was a professor named Jeffrey Auerbach. He was a political science professor, and while I didn't actually have him my last semester, that made us closer. I worked with him, I worked in the writing center, I worked with him and some of his students who had taken the course I'd taken before, and I really got to know him, not just as a professor, but as a person and as a mentor. He's opened doors for me through his connections to Georgia politics and law. And if I hadn't stayed that last semester, he would have been an amazing professor I had, but he wouldn't have necessarily been that mentor who's helping me take my professional and pre-professional experiences to the next level.
So being on the Oxford campus for the 2 years has really prepared me to step into my own body, to understand my values, and to understand a larger understanding of the world as a whole. Something unique about Oxford is that you can engage in opportunities as first years, as second years that aren't possible at larger institutions. My first semester on campus, I was able to start an internship with a law firm, and having those couple hours a week where I would get to know the world of Covington, to interact with other individuals and put into practice everything that I was learning, really solidified both my academics as well as my professional skills and abilities. I was able to come to realize the person that I am, the friend that I am, the leader that I am, the resident advisor that I wanted to be, and in return, the mentor that I wanted to be to future Oxford students and future Oxford continuees when they come over here to the Atlanta campus.
If I was speaking to a first-year student, I would definitely say my biggest piece of advice would be to stay all 4 semesters at Oxford. Relatively is such a short amount of time, and I remember when I was graduating from Oxford, the almost shock of it all, that it had gone by so fast, is still so vivid in my mind, even as I've matriculated to the Atlanta campus. I think the connections that I made with both professors and friends on the Oxford campus have been so indispensable to both my academic life, but also my personal growth. And I think that the more time you can spend at Oxford, the better, because every second is a second to connect with friends, connect with professors, connect with material in such a deep and intimate way that it's truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience and such a unique collegiate experience that it's best to ensure that you take advantage of every opportunity presented to you. I remember when I was a first year, I had missed an 8:30 class because of a headache, and my professor, Dr. Auerbach, actually found me in the dining hall, asked me by name, "Lauren, we missed you in class today. Are you okay?" And when I told my mom about that, she was shocked that my professor, 1, was in my dining hall with me, 2, knew my name, and 3, genuinely cared about why I had missed his class. And I think stories and connections like those truly illustrate the Oxford difference.